Okay, last time was a little long. I apologize. I'll try to make them shorter. There's so much to talk about with these archetypes. So last time we talked about archetypes as global patterns of energy and how you can just sort of see these patterns. And then we talked about specifically the child energy, which is basically it's our energy, it's who we are, it's our essence, it's our core, right? If that energy is who you have always been. Like when I finally was like I called it diagnosed. When they finally told me that I was an eternal child, it gave me something inside of me just unfurled. It loosened because for the first time in my whole life, there wasn't something wrong with me because I couldn't. I had such a hard time adulting and I was always wanting to play and always like I got permission to be me for the first time ever. So when you figure out your patterns, when you figure out your energy, like I said, it opens up the world for you. So the child energy is the one that's we're born with. That's the first energy. And then what happens is shortly after when life happens, right? When we experience trauma of any kind, and that's basically any time we're not allowed to be who we are, feel our feelings, or something is bigger than we can handle at the time, which think about it, is always, right? So when that happens, we create these like I will never do this or I will always be that, right? That our energy gets tied up and there these the first four are called survival archetypes for a reason, right? Because our survival was predicated on it when we were babies, when we were little, and we were powerless. So the next one that comes in is what's called a saboteur. And a saboteur is our power. But as children, most of the time, our power, we don't have any power. As children, we're powerless. And we're completely at the mercy of the adults in our lives. I mean, it's essentially true. I don't care how enlightened or conscious our parents are, we're basically powerless as children. And so the saboteur comes in, the dark side, the dark side is the saboteur to protect the child. So the saboteur is only ever in service of protecting the child so it no longer feels hurt. It's like a layer, right? In internal family systems, this would be called a protector or a firefighter, I think. The terms I don't know, but like anybody who knows IFS could speak to this. But a saboteur is basically a way to keep you safe and protected. And a saboteur can be any kind of energy that what you do to keep yourself safe. For me, a lot of times I would blow shit up. If I blow shit up, I can't be responsible for it, and then my child gets to be irresponsibly happy, right? Some people saboteurs might say shit that's wrong, or they might not take action where they're meant to, or they might be a chameleon and just hide and never take action and never take power. So the saboteur energy is absolutely a protector energy. It's and by protecting, it may be keeping you stuck, keeping you in fear, blowing shit up. I mean, I moved 35 to 30 times in my lifetime. I'm 46 years old. Like I basically move every 2 years. It was always like a chaos energy because my saboteur creates chaos so that my child, feels stuck and miserable, but isn't afraid and has to put herself out there. Yesterday, I sat in fear. I sat in fear yesterday around creating these archetypes today because my child was terrified. And so my saboteur was just like, that's it, we're not doing it. Completely blow shit up because my saboteur is going to protect my child, right? But when I'm in my power, my saboteur is the passion, is the juice I bring to everything I do. And that's true. Your saboteur is your power, right? So your saboteur might be in your heart, and you have this beautiful open heart when it's there. Your saboteur might be in your throat. It might be in your voice. So yes, you can speak these beautiful words, and sometimes you cut yourself off and you won't speak at all, right? Your saboteur could be in your action center, in your third chakra. So that means you stop yourself from taking action, even if you know it's the right thing to do, right? So and your saboteur again is a protector energy, right? So how do you keep yourself safe? What do you do to protect yourself from things getting scary or hairy or dicey in service of keeping that child safe? What kinds of things do you do that are habitual patterns that you do that you're just like, I don't even understand why I did that. I don't even understand why I did that, right? In relationships or with your partner, with your spouse, how do you show up in the relationship that keeps you from being vulnerable, that keeps you a little bit separate? What do you do? What at work do you keep yourself playing small so that you don't make waves, but you also don't get, praise? Is your saboteur a critic that's constantly telling you all the things that you're doing wrong so that you can't step into your power and claim how amazing you are? Saboteur energy is always a protector, and when you figure it out, you can understand, this is how I've always done things. You get that it's the awareness of it that helps you change the pattern. Okay, stay tuned. Next, we've got victim next, and then prostitute.